ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
San Diego County drying out after today's storm. It brought thunder, lightning, even hail. The wild weather causing slick roads, flooding, and even causing problems for families anxious to get the vaccine at PETCO Park. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. We have team coverage tonight of the storm and its impacts. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is in Mission Valley with more of the headaches caused throughout the county.
Mission Valley saw its share of rain. This is the San Diego River flooding this road near Fashion Valley Mall, creating a closure and detour in the area. This is just one of many issues caused by the storm. Skies rumbled over San Diego County Wednesday as a storm moved through the area, bringing heavy downpours to neighborhoods across the region. In downtown, the PETCO Park Vaccination Superstation paused operations at around noon.
First they said it would be just 20 minutes, and then they said it would be another half hour.
The site closed for about an hour due to safety concerns with nearby lightning. The site had been closed since Saturday due to a shortage of vaccines. The delay in operations Wednesday led to a backup of traffic as people looking to get a vaccine were stuck in their cars. Some told us they waited more than 3 hours.
We've been trying to get out of the car, get a view of how many cars are ahead. And then I walked out and walked a little bit in front, and there was like a bunch of cars down the block, so we don't know how long it's going to take.
The weather made for some treacherous conditions on the roads. A big rig seen here resting off the side of the 805 near Imperial Avenue after it reportedly lost control and skidded. And the heavy rain creating flooding on some major roadways. This is Pacific Highway near Laurel. Harbor Police had to close a portion of the road due to the conditions. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
And the storm is moving out of the county right now. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos has the totals from today. Angelica.
Hi, Steve. And for the Fashion Valley area, they picked up just over half an inch. It was actually 0.66. As we look at some other parts of the county, in San Ysidro, they picked up 1.25 inches. Mount Woodson as well. Alpine just a little bit under with 1.1. And then University Heights, almost 1 inch of rain. For San Diego, just over half an inch, which is really good. But of course, our deficit is way bigger than that. We're talking about 5 inches or so that we need to catch up for the year. As far as what's left of the storm, most of it is just a few leftover showers, a little bit of snow in the Mount Laguna area and Palmer Mountain. I do know they already have at least 5 inches of snow on the ground. And we may see a few spotty showers just like you see on radar right now, but it should be much drier for tomorrow.
We'll see you in a few minutes, Angelica. And the PETCO Park Superstation will be open again tomorrow after the temporary weather closure. Anthony just mentioned that a few minutes ago. The storm is just the latest event to force a delay there. The site has been closed 2 weekends in a row due to Moderna's supply problems. And there was a previous weather problem back in January when the site had to close because of heavy winds.
A San Diego judge ruled against several local restaurants and gyms today that were hoping to go back to indoor operations. But the ruling comes on the same day the county claims there's a chance the county could move into the red tier sooner than expected. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo breaks everything down for us.
The restaurants and gyms were asking to open indoors at 25% capacity, which matches the current capacity limit for things like retail. But the judge said no. In a blow for several businesses named in a lawsuit, a judge ruled they must wait to reopen for indoor operation. The lawsuit filed last year by restaurants and gyms, including Cowboy Star Restaurant and Butcher Shop, Home and Away Encinitas, and Fit Athletic Club. The owners arguing their businesses account for a small percentage of COVID-19 cases. The judge did not agree.
But we've also been in conversations with the state of California around some possible adjustments to the formulation.
The ruling comes on the same day county officials said there's a chance San Diego could move out of the purple tier sooner than expected. The tier system came out when vaccines didn't exist, explaining that because of this, the state could alter the case rate required to move forward, taking into consideration vaccination rates in the county. In the red tier, restaurants could open indoors at 25% capacity or 100 people inside, whichever is less. Retail can allow 50% indoors and gyms can open inside at 10% capacity.
It's been extremely difficult trying to adhere to all these rules.
For restaurants, this possibility feels like too little, too late.
We can't pay 25% of the rent. We can't pay 25% of the food costs. We can't pay the employees 25% of their pay.
Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Speaking of moving to the red tier sooner than expected, Governor Newsom announced late tonight a change in the tier system. The change will kick in once 2 million people have been vaccinated in the state's most disadvantaged zip codes. At that point, the state will ease the case rate metric from 7 new cases per 100,000 residents to 10 new cases. Currently, San Diego County sits right on the new metric and could easily move into the red tier. The state expects to hit the 2 millionth vaccination in the next 2 weeks.
The county reported another 352 cases today, while our test positivity rate dropped to 3%. Another 25 people, though, lost their lives to COVID, bringing that total to more than 3,300.
A member of Governor Newsom's staff has tested positive for coronavirus. This is according to a spokesperson from the governor's office. They say that the staffer in question did not have direct contact with anyone in the office more than 15 minutes, and the staffer also did not have contact with the governor.
The San Diego police have released video of a shooting last week. It involves an officer who approached a homeless man with a knife downtown. We want to warn you, the video may be disturbing.
Okay, do me a favor, I need you to go ahead and put that down.
What?
Okay?
No!
Come on, I'm not going to take it away from you.
Get away from me.
Come on.
Don't touch me.
Oh,
Back
don't
off.
go this way.
Why did you make such a mess, sir?
He said somebody knocked his cart over. Hey, you got a knife in your back pocket. Do not grab that knife.
That is the knife that 69-year-old Stephen Wilson was carrying. He was taken to the hospital for surgery. The case is now being reviewed by the district attorney's office. We have posted the video in full for transparency. If you would like to see it, it's with this story on 10news.com.
New at 11 o'clock, House Democrats just passed a major bill they say will help protect voters' rights. It's called the For the People Act. The bill includes automatic voter registration, mandating states to allow early voting, measures to encourage mail-in voting, and restoring voting rights to felons. Republicans are criticizing the bill. They say it's only meant to get Democrats elected. And the bill would need the support of 10 Republicans in the Senate in order to pass there.
During Senate hearings today, we learned more on why the D.C. National Guard was so slow to back up police during the Capitol riots. D.C. National Guard Chief Major General William Walker says it took over 3 hours for the Pentagon to approve urgent calls for troops to move in. Walker claimed that senior Army generals at the Pentagon were concerned about optics and his hands were tied.
The Army senior leaders did not think that it looked good, it would be a good optic. They further stated that it could incite the crowd.
Tomorrow, the House is changing its schedule over rumors of a second attack on the Capitol. This after a plot by militias fueled by QAnon conspiracy theories came to light to federal investigators. And Congress is moving forward with major police reform. Tonight, the House passed the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. Floyd's death last year in Minneapolis led to nationwide protest against police brutality and racial injustice. The bill would ban chokeholds, overhaul qualified immunity for officers, and outlaws racial profiling.
We cannot accept this epidemic of injustice. We cannot stay silent when our most vulnerable and historically marginalized communities, people of color, those living in poverty, Americans with disabilities, are being targeted and sometimes killed.
That bill narrowly passed along party lines. It now goes to the evenly divided Senate.
Border Patrol says the 13 people killed in a crash in Imperial County yesterday were among more than 40 people being smuggled across the border. The agency says surveillance video shows them coming through a hole in the border fence and loading into 2 SUVs. One caught fire, and Border Patrol says everyone inside was later found hiding in bushes. The other SUV collided with a big rig, leading to the deaths. Today, San Diegans mourned the victims. People placed candles and crosses at a growing memorial in Chicano Park.
That we need humane immigration policies. That way you don't have these people crowded into a car, getting killed in this horrific accident, women and children. It's very sad. These were human beings looking for a better life, risking it all, and tragically dying.
The NTSB and ICE agents from San Diego are investigating the crash. The Mexican consulate has confirmed